recognize this place. This is where my Uncle Bob was working this morning.
Welcome to the Saugatucket River.
It looks very different from this perspective. I've never seen any of these things before.
Just relax. Take a minute to look around. You're going to see a lot of new things down by the riverside. I can't say. I'm just passing through myself. But that big rock over there has been here for centuries. The animals like to call him the Story Stone because he loves to talk about what it was like years ago.
Excuse me, Mr. Stone?
Yes. May I help you?
I was just curious about the river. Has it always been like this?
I would say that it has definitely not been like this. For one thing, until the mid-1800s, it was not this wide. Oh, it would flood every few years, but the Saugatucket that the Narragansetts knew was a slender little thing. They used to fish here for the alewives that would swim in from the ocean.
The ocean? But how does that work? Because the river's freshwater, but the ocean's not.
Yes, those alewives are curious little fish. They are called anadromous.
Anadromous?
Yes. They are hatched in fresh water. When they are fingerlings, they flow downstream to the ocean where they grow into adults. Then, when it is time for them to lay eggs of their own, they swim upstream against the current back to the very place they began their lives.
But how do they know which river to swim up?
No one knows for sure. Maybe the water has a certain smell or flavor to them. Every year, without fail, they return to the headwaters of this very river.
Well, you mentioned before that the river wasn't always this wide. What changed that?
Damn.
Mr. Stone! There are children listening.
Yes, I know. They walked by every day on their way to school. What I said was, dams. During the mid-1800s, settlers built several dams in the Saugatucket waterway. They created ponds and harnessed the water to run their mills. They ground grain and ran giant looms that wove beautiful material.
I guess folks back then relied a lot more on the river.
Yes, they were very dependent on what the river produced. Unfortunately, they didn't understand how to take care of the river. To them, it seemed like whatever was poured into the river was carried away, never to be seen again, out of sight, out of mind. Sometimes, when the mills were changing their dye, the river would actually run red or yellow.
But wasn't that bad for the animals?
It was, and it only got worse. People allowed so much trash and so many chemicals to accumulate in the river that most of the animals left. The Saugatucket was no longer a fit place to live.
But I just saw so many animals.
Yes, they are coming back. In the 1970s, people of this town began to take an interest in the river again. They pulled tons of garbage from its currents. They were more careful about the pollutants that washed in from its shores.
You know, my uncle's with a group that watches the water. In fact, he has this invention called a hydroscope, so they can look much more closely at the water. And, oh, I almost forgot. My uncle's waiting for me at Point Judith.
Don't worry, you're headed in the right direction. Just keep following the river. You will get to the sea.
Thank you.